In this video, I'll show you how to view the CNC Art on the SignTorch Old School Originals USB drive. It has our fan view on the USB drive to view DXF and SVG files. First, we want to make a copy of the USB drive, so we go to the desktop, right-click, hit New, Shortcut, and type Explorer. I like to delete the extension off of the name of the shortcut, and then double click that. And here's the USB drive, and we're going to copy that artwork folder. I'm going to put mine on G drive. Doesn't matter which hard drive you put it on. I'm going to right click, hit New, Folder, name it underscore artwork. Double click that, and then right click, New, Folder, underscore SignTorch. And this is so you can have other folders for other artwork. And then I'm going to go in this is the SignTorch folder where we're going to put the files out of the artwork folder on the USB folder. Hit Control A, right click, copy, then go to the SignTorch folder, right click, paste. And this will take a while because the USB drive is slow. The reason I put the underscore on the file names is so they'll be at the top of the list in alphabetical order. And when that gets done, we have all of the files off of the USB drive in the SignTorch folder. Now we want to go to the USB drive and copy the iView folder. Right click, copy, come back to our artwork folder, right click, paste, open that folder, double click on iView 32 execute, and that opens out our fan view. And then we click on thumbnails and navigate to our SignTorch folder. But instead of doing it that way, we'll set it up to where it will open to here. Let's open Explorer, get on iView, right click, copy, go back to the desktop, right click, paste shortcut, and then right click, properties. And on the end of the target string, we want to type /thumbs space G : /_ artwork / SignTorch. Hit OK. And I'm going to click on that and rename it. Double click on it. It launches into the SignTorch folder in thumbnail view. So now we can view our DXF files, SVG files, CMX files. And to get rid of that little information window popping up there, I'll go Options, Options, uncheck this box, and there's a couple of ways to work with the files from here. With clip art, we don't want to edit the original files, so we typically want to drag and drop or copy and paste this into a new document. If I have my software running in the background, I can just drag and drop to the window. Or if I can't see that window, I can drag to the taskbar and hover over the icon for the program, and the program will pop up, and then I can drop it on that program. And then you would create your project and save it to a different location. You do not store it with or overwrite your clip art files. You could create a second folder under artwork called project or something like that to store your work in. In fact, let's do that real quick. I'll right click on artwork, create subfolder, name it _ projects, and then I will save this document to my projects folder. And there it is. Now let me close this. If I wanted to work on this project, I wouldn't want to drag and drop it into a new document. I would want to open this document directly. There's a couple ways to do that. I can right click, open in Windows Explorer, and double click to open that file. Or from in here, I can go back to Windows Explorer in the iView folder and double click this again and hit Options, Properties, Miscellaneous, and here I can browse for my program. I'm using CorelDRAW, so I'll double click that, hit OK, and close this. Relaunch thumbnails, and now I can right click and click this, or just hit Shift 1 to open it in CorelDRAW. But you don't do that when you're looking at your clip art, because you don't want to overwrite those original files. And in CorelDRAW I use the CMX format, but ordinarily you would want, in most vector art programs, you would want to use the SVG format. And you should typically avoid using DXF format unless you really need to, because DXF does not use standard Bezier curves like standard vector graphics software. And all the different DXF versions work different in all the different vector software. Like if we look down here, I saved that same DXF file in 4 different DXF versions. This is SignTorch, this is version 2000, this is version R14, and this is version 10. And it doesn't show this little cutout, and these two don't even work. And that's what you get with DXF. Different versions may or may not work in different software. Mine tends to be viewable in just about any DXF viewer, but it does not work, as it should not, in standard vector software like Inkscape, because in that case you should not be using DXF. You should use a compatible format like SVG. You should only use DXF in true CAD/CAM programs, and even then it depends on the DXF version. Mine are old school that use lines and arcs only, which is compatible with DXF, and it's compatible with most CAD/CAM software. When you get into these modern DXFs with splines, anything goes, anything can happen. It's a mess. So only use DXF if you have to, or if you know that that's the right format to use in your software. And that about does it for this video. In my next video, I have a way to reorganize all these folders and get rid of the ones you don't need and put the ones that you do need into one folder, so that you don't have all these subfolders with all these different formats that you don't need. So that's all for now. Please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.